If you have been struggling with how to achieve a perfect bustier cut, then this video is for you. I'm going to be sharing with you the pattern that I used in achieving this particular one, so you can easily draft and make one for yourself. Hello, welcome to my channel. So this is an easy bustier pattern that you can try. I get a lot of comments on how to draft a bustier pattern, so here goes. So I'm going to be starting with the under bust part. So for this part I'm going to be going in by half inches, and on the other part I'll be going in by 1 inches. So you need to draft a basic pattern first before you can get to this stage. If you don't know how to draft one, you can check my previous videos. I have a detailed video on that, and hopefully I might share another detailed video soon. So you're going to be placing your curve like that, and you're going to try and shape your curve like that. So now that I have that side, I'm going to be going in to shape the other side with my curve as well. So once I'm done doing this, I'm going to be connecting it to the waistline like that. So if you look at the waistline, I have a dot on that part as well. So that is part of the basic pattern. um I'm sure you understand this if you have a knowledge of drafting a basic pattern. So here, once I'm done with that, I'm going to be marking out my darts on the chest line. So the depth of the neckline depends on how you want it. So for that depth I use 5.5, and on both sides I just came in by 1 inch each. So I'm going to be placing my curve, and I'm going to be shaping it like that. So once I am done doing that, I'm going to be blending the other parts like that. So once you have something like this, you're going to go in to shape your neckline. So I'm just going to use my tape rule to mark the depth that I want my neckline to be, and I'm just going to shape it like that. Then I'm going to be shaping the other side as well, depending on how I want it to be or how the style is. So now the next thing I want to do is I want to extend my armhole. So I went in to extend my armhole by 1 inches. The 1 inch is just like the difference between the 2 inches that I subtracted from the upper bust area. So you just need half of that measurement to extend your armhole. So once I'm done with that, I went in to get the midpoint of my shoulder, and I just marked out my darts like that. So because I needed a yoke for that part, that is why I had to take in the dart for that yoke part like that. So if you don't need a yoke, you don't need to place the darts like that. So another thing I did was to extend that armhole area as well and just reshape it like that. So once you're done with that, you're going to, depending on if you want to snatch the client's waistline. So here I just went in to snatch it by around 0.5 inches. She didn't want too much, so I just went in to snatch it around 0.5 inches, and yes, I proceeded to cutting my pattern. So the first part I cut was the mid part. So you can see those shaded parts, you're going to cut them off. So once I got to the sides, I'm not going to start cutting by the measurements. I'm just going to divide the front and back into two because I want to close my bust darts. So if you want to understand the knowledge of the bust darts very well, you can chat me up or you just check my previous videos. So I just went in to blend it like that. So once I blend it, I'm just going to be cutting it like that. So you can see how it is looking like once I was done. So there is no how you're going to sew this and it's not going to give you a well-rounded shape that you want for your bustier. So for the yoke part, I'm just going to be closing the dart for the yoke like that, and I'm just going to be cutting it out like that. So I like using the pattern for my bustier because it gives me the perfect shape that I want. And this is the back pattern. So for that, I'm just going in to shape my neckline the way I want it to be. So this depends on whatever you're working on. So the neckline was quite deep for this style, so that is what it was looking like. I'm going to be sharing other videos from the styles later on, because I'm going to be sharing the sewing aspect of this tutorial as well. So you can just stay tuned and look out for my videos. So here I'm just closing the darts, and on that waistline area I make sure I came up by half inches because I don't want that zipper bulge at the back. So once I did that, I just went in to reblend the neckline like that. Then I'm just going to be cutting. So the pattern allows you to have a clear view of what you're working on. You can manipulate and just reblend till you get what you want. And if you don't want to close your dart for the back, you can just slash it open anyhow you want to do it. So here is the back pattern, and we are almost done with the tutorial. So I'm just going to be labeling my zipper and my sides. Then I'm going to go ahead to cut the yoke for the back, which is where the net will sit. Thank you for joining us. See you next time. Bye bye.